All right, how's everybody doing? It's been a little bit. Thanksgiving happened, so I was more busy this week than I usually am. But I am back now, and I'm going to start talking a little bit more about some of this Ultimate footage, because there is a whole lot more now than there used to be. This is Nintendo Live footage, but it's like... There's a lot of item stuff going on, but this is a little bit less so the case. And it's also Ike, and I haven't really talked very much about Ike, but Ike is interesting to me because his play style seems very different. But yeah, we're gonna get into it. First things first, of course, gonna talk about Ike. This is the Radiant Dawn Ike. It's debatable to me whether or not Path of Radiance or Radiant Dawn Ike is better. Like, you could argue either one. Radiant Dawn Ike is a man, but Path of Radiance Ike has the better colors. So, who knows? At least to me. So, looking at it right now, the first thing this Ike does is short hop, fast fall, nair. We know it's a fast fall because of, like, how he... Well, it's not a fast fall till later. He does the short hop nair, and then... Let's slow it down, because you can actually check when they fast fall. A fast fall input is registered as a little sparkle. Right there. See that little bit of sparkly? Go back a little bit. Jump. There it is. This means that someone did a fast fall input. It happens in Smash 4 just as well, and it's in this game too. And this is actually really useful because that lets you know how stuff interacts with each other. So the fast fall was kind of late, so the nair took a little while, or took a little while longer than it would usually because you only want the first hit to come out if you're trying to space it. And he gets both the hits. So you could probably do the nair pretty low. In this case, however, nair doesn't hit at all, but it's interesting to me because nair in Smash 4 was generally safe-ish. You'd have to space it, and it was still relatively punishable because the end lag on it was kind of bad. But it was also somewhat rewarding because you got full combos off of it, and it was pretty good. In this game, you get full combos off of it, and the land lag is less. But it doesn't... I don't know if Ike's frame data is good enough to contest people's approaches. Like... I don't know if holding jab is good enough to prevent people from just running in and actually getting like a shield grab or something or not a shield grab, but just a grab of some kind. So Ike might still have to pick a defensive option after landing with nair, which is, I mean, it's better than not having a landing option at all, but it's not as great of a situation as you would want to believe. It kind of depends on the shield stun of nair. I know weak nair, and we'll see a little bit. The weak hit of nair only does 6%, which is like not great shield stun, but it's probably okay in terms of like on shield, but it might be punishable. If the Ike commits to a particularly aggressive option, like, I don't know, down tilt or like another short hop nair, the Ike will probably just get smacked, but I haven't really measured that quite as much. Bowser does get up attack, lands with nair. Bowser's nair actually has like no lag. This is mostly an Ike video, but I'm going to be talking a little bit about Bowser. This nair has so little lag, I'm almost convinced that you can do falling nair setups. And if that's the case, this nair does like 20%. It's like really strong. So that's kind of scary. Bowser is interesting to me in this game. He's one of the heavyweights that didn't really get a lot of better changes. A lot of heavy characters like DK kind of got some stuff taken away, but a lot of other major buffs. Bowser didn't really get that as much, but I think Bowser needs a little bit of development, needs a little bit of time. Does get dash attacked here. So here we see nair, right? Nair doesn't have that much shield stun. He does that, or doesn't have that much hit stun. We actually see, again, we see a fast fall input on the Bowser, and that's how you know the hit stun is over. Because you can't be in hit stun and input fast fall at the same time. Right there. See that little sparkle? So the Bowser just did fast fall. Bowser's fast fall isn't that fast, so it's not really that big of a difference. But we know that the hit stun on this is not that much. Whether Ike can get a combo off it, he might be able to do falling nair into up air from up top here if you get that upper hitbox. But it's not super clear at this point. Plus Bowser is really big, so if you can get a combo on Bowser, it's not really as spectacular. Bowser kind of gets hit with everything. But it's nice to have combos like this. It's nice to be able to get little pickups of damage and put people in bad spots after like one stray hit. That's really nice to have. Unfortunately, the Ike doesn't really follow up after it, and the Bowser just kind of sits in shield. Does down tilt. This down tilt does not look safe, because he starts up another one, but the Bowser seems like he's moving kind of slow. He seems like he waits in shield a little bit longer than you would normally do. Honestly, Bowser's shield grab might have reached from there. Bowser's grab range might actually just be that good. But either way, it seems like unspaced down tilt is unsafe. It was unsafe before, and it's still unsafe now. So that's probably Ike's best grounded approach option, or even defensive option, is a spaced down tilt after dash up. Like, let's get a full shot of this little situation here, right? Ike can run across the screen and down tilt around here, and that'll space it very well, and you'll still get combos off of it, like down tilt up air, down tilt in air, down tilt forward air, stuff like that. A lot of Ike's combos are just like one hit, two hit, not really anything too big. It's like the green eggs and ham combos, or nah, that's not the green eggs. It'd be the one fish, two fish combos, one hit, two hit, red hit, blue hit. But yeah. Instead, this Ike does dash attack in this situation, but we already talked about that. We see forward air, he starts charging up the eruption, and eruption is interesting to me. It can't be held ad infinitum. Like, it when you fully charge eruption, now it has like a bit of a projectile, which is interesting because Ike actually has a projectile. His sword has 2 range in the games, but he doesn't have it in this, which is kind of whatever. It looks a lot like a Blade Beam, like Cloud's neutral B. Cloud's limit break Blade Beam. But Bowser actually gets hit with it and goes from 57 to 73. It's not charged that much, but that damage is not spectacular. It's about 16%, which is like good, because like that's more damage than most of Roy's normals in Smash 4. Actually, all of Roy's normals in Smash 4 do, or aerials, I mean. His F Smash does 20. But it is only slightly charged, and that hitbox is, I mean, Smash 4 Eruption probably would have hit here too, and the Bowser, since he air dodged, he kind of put in a lot of lag. Now this is actually something really important, but yeah, that just kind of works. So here we see the downward angled F tilt, otherwise known as dangle F tilt, which I heard someone call that dangle F tilt, and I thought that was the greatest thing in the world. And I can't confirm or deny whether or not Bowser actually snapped to the ledge here, but it almost looks like he does. This looks like a ledge snap 2-frame, but I cannot confirm or deny whether or not that's what happened. Let's see if he double jumps after this. No, he does not, so he probably lost his double jump. Bowser does make it back though, because Bowser's recovery is actually not that bad. But that F tilt actually did hit, and it kind of sends Bowser like a pretty good distance. F tilt probably is still a kill move. Like, let's just get the measurement here. So Ike is here, which means Bowser probably got launched around here and got sent to this distance, which is like good. That's good. This is a big stage, so the launch distance isn't exactly going to be super representative of how strong the move actually is, but that's pretty far, like, especially on Bowser. Bowser does make it back, however. So Bowser gets up and jabs and doesn't do the last part of it. We see Ike jab. Ike jab still seems pretty good. It's like one of his best tools in Smash 4, because it's like, oh, hey, frame data. This is good for the same reason his back air is good, which is like, whoa, this is actually quick. Ike does up B there. Doesn't get punished for it. The M lag on up B is far less than I would have expected, but also this Bowser was definitely spooked. He was definitely just kind of sitting in shield because he thought he was going to come down, which I can't blame him for. Now, I understand that there is no platform layout like this in like a tournament legal stage, or at least so long as this stage isn't legal. I don't think it'll be legal. But Bowser does this nair, and I don't know how you're supposed to deal with that. That just looks like really good shield pressure. Timed right, like not done as high, kind of lower, maybe like a short hop nair under a platform. That just seems like super good shield pressure that is almost uncontestable, which is something that Bowser doesn't really have that much of in Smash 4. Like, he could just back air you from under the platform, but it's not as good because it's not multi-hit, and so people don't have to stick in shield for as long, and people don't have to respect it as much, besides for the fact that it's really strong. Anywho, so we get this grab, kind of gets thrown off. Up smash. There's not really much to say about Bowser's normals. They're all pretty similar. I know a lot of them get changed, but okay, I don't remember this part of I didn't remember this part of this match happening, but Bowser definitely just punches Lyn, and she just does not care. She just sits there, is like, do you think you bother me? Is this a problem? Bowser definitely went up against Lyn, and Lyn just had like max defense or something like that. But he's about to get clipped. Ooh, never mind, it didn't work. All right, I thought that was gonna combo. Unfortunate. He's still sitting in shield because he's scared. Nice back throw. Ike's throws are actually, I think they look super good. Ooh, that's a dangerous air dodge, friend. He air dodges off stage by accident and dies. Ooh, there you go. Good back air. So, well, let's talk about back air for a minute, because back air in Smash 4 is very, very good. It's good range, it's very fast, and it seems pretty much identical in this game. Because Ike crosses up with it, Bowser's options aren't necessarily as good. Bowser could just up B out of shield, which is, you know, like frame 3 and immediate and really, really good. But for most characters, they're not really going to be able to get it. And honestly, you might be able to space that so that up B out of shield doesn't work. Ooh, spot dodge. But yeah, it's like back air still seems like Ike seems like his shield pressure game in terms of aerials has been buffed immensely, which is really nice to have in terms of an offensive Ike. Whereas defensively speaking, that's nice to have, but if you are using the same defensive option over and over again, it's pretty easy to just adapt and play around it, especially for a lot of heavy rushdown characters that Ike might struggle with. All right, gets his forward air, catches that ledge hop. Forward air still seems very strong, very good. Bowser is pretty heavy, so that's not going to kill, but yeah. So he does run up shield. Bowser rolls, gets his jab. Bowser's living at 153. I don't remember how he gets this kill. He goes for an F smash. Oh, the F tilt, yeah. Okay. So we do actually see F tilt kill there. I don't know if F tilt's kill power got stronger, because I don't think it does. I think this would have killed in Smash 4 too. But again, like, that's Bowser. The literal, it will only kill earlier on every other character. So that's indicative of how strong that move is. 150 on Bowser means like 130 on the rest of the cast. Or on the majority of the cast, I should say. Catches that. Ooh, he rolls out of it. Okay. I thought he caught the spot dodge with the Dragoon. So here we see, okay, so this is actually, again, very indicative of how good falling Nair is in terms of shield pressure. Bowser immediately rolls out of it, but because, again, it seems like for Ike, if you're trying to pressure properly, you want to cross up, which is a general theme with most characters, but for Ike, it is almost like vital. How early Bowser could roll out of that after that Nair, because that was probably weak hit Nair, that was probably the 6% hitbox. Just judging by how quickly Bowser could get out of that, that's a free shield grab. That's a free, like, 30% for Bowser, which is, I mean, if you think about it in terms of, like, either I land this move and get 30% or you land this move and get 30% on me, I guess it's an even trade-off, but I'd rather not be putting myself in that kind of situation. Does up air. Bowser's up air actually seems like it didn't get buffed that much. We get the final smash. Big punch. Here we go. Does this work? There. Oh, it must have been the meter final smash. All right, well, Ike has his now, so. Oh my god, another one? Okay. Why does Bowser keep getting so big? All right, he lives. Or he dies. He did not live. I was incorrect. Are we going to... I thought we went to Battlefield. No, we did not go to Battlefield. Oh, does this work? No, it doesn't. The hitbox on Ike's neutral beam might be worse. It generally actually reaches below the ledge very well in terms of certain recoveries. It can actually catch them pretty well. But right here, it did not. And that might be a timing issue. It probably was a timing issue just based on how low Bowser was when he actually let it rip. Yeah, see, that wouldn't have hit. But it might still be worth doing for that. Gets Nair. Again, how much damage did... I didn't catch this. How much damage did Nair just put on? It goes from 13 to 30. Actually, he goes from 10 to 30. It's a 20% Nair, exactly. Or no, he goes from 13% to 30. So it's a 17% Nair. It does 20% in Smash 4. So, you know. They might actually decrease the damage, which is fine. If you can get combos off of it falling, I'm kind of glad. All right, Ike Final Smash. Gonna go through this a little bit here. There you go. Even game, am I right? Don't get that hammer. You got that hammer. I kind of like that the hammer has like little cute animations now. He doesn't know that he can float with the golden hammer. If you mash jump, you can float with it. Total scrub. All right. Gets his forward air, kind of stopping Bowser from getting back on the ledge. Bowser's having a hard time. But I mean, like, Bowser has a hard time getting back on the ledge. Or getting back on the stage. That's kind of a theme with Bowser and heavyweights in general, is that landing and returning to the stage is not the easiest because the hitbox is the hurt box is so big. All right. Oh, you can. Okay, so I was actually wondering this. If Final Smash meter is legal, Bowser is way better. It's not going to be legal, but it means you can totally just camp, charge up meter, and then pop it in on any part of the stage and just have it. Like, because it's technically full screen. You know, it doesn't have any particular hitbox, but Ike does die to that, and that's going to be game. They actually changed Bowser's windscreen a lot. Bowser is... Okay, so quick tangent. This is going to be quick. Bowser in Smash Bros. Is nothing like Bowser in, like, Mario Kart and stuff, which I think is intentional. He's supposed to be a little bit more, like, big and menacing. But, yeah. Overall, the end half of this is a lot more item stuff, but the other parts, like the beginning, before the items really show up, we actually see a lot of good stuff. Actually, I didn't talk about this before. We see Ike do jab on shield. So he does this jab, and again, Bowser rolls out of it very quickly, but jab ends quick enough, he could have F-tilted in the other direction and reacted to this. So, actually, he doesn't F-tilt, he just does a turnaround grab. So, like, again, good punish, gets that back throw. Like, dash up jab does seem good for offensive approaches in terms of, if you know they're holding shield, dash up jab, wait for them to do something, or continue the jab to try and catch them from pressing a button. And it's kind of just like a quick mix-up. It's good to have. Falcon has a similar thing with his jab, where you can do jab, jab, grab, or jab, jab, delayed third hit, and it's kind of just a mix-up on shield. Which is nice, because that jab is like frame 2. It's really good. But yeah, we see a lot of good Ike stuff, and some good Bowser stuff. But I don't have as much to say about Bowser. Ike, to me, seems interesting because of how... He's a character you'll have to play different. He's actually similar to Wolf in a particular way, where his playstyle is going to be very matchup dependent. And it's a theme with a lot of characters in Ultimate, where it's like, you can't just have the same game plan. Like, Cloud can't just charge limit at all times. He has to play the game differently based on the circumstances, which is kind of interesting. It's not something that you see very often in Smash 4. Most characters have to play a similar way. The only character off the top of my head that does play super different based on matchups is Pit. Like, Pit has to do different things in most matchups. But Pit isn't very good, and Wolf and Ike do look that good. Ike does seem a little bit more versatile in terms of, like, he has two styles of play. You could play very defensive or you could play very offensive. And very offensive generally means spaced offense, similar to how Roy kind of does it, where it's like, I keep you at a specific range where my strong hits still hit, so I'm still safe on shield, but you're not close enough to punish me, and I can try to outframe data you if you want to get close. Where Ike probably would have an easier time doing that because it's more clear as to where the hitboxes end and begin on Ike than Roy, where you just have to assume that you have the knowledge of where Roy's strong hitboxes are. But that's kind of beside the point. Difficulty of how to play the character doesn't come into question as much in these kinds of discussions in terms of matchups. But Ike does seem like you can kind of play him either way, but I feel like if you'd really want to take Ike very far, you'd have to know how to play both defensively and offensively, and know when to change. It's sort of similar to Melee Samus, actually, where it's like, you could play super rushdown, or you could play, like, big hitbox, you can't get them anywhere near me. And the best Samuses, like Duck and Plup, when he played more Samus, he kind of is busy taking names, but like the best Samuses know when to switch between the two, know when to cool down and know when to start up, which is I mean, that's hard. That requires a level of situational awareness that not a lot of people have. And it's easy to just kind of fall into the same mindset of, I'm going to just do this the whole game and it should work, I hope. Whereas, like, you have to kind of have knowledge of what's going on at the time, which a lot of low-level players straight up do not. They do not adapt to the current situation. But yeah, that's Ike. I feel like Ike will work very well in Ultimate. I feel like he'll work. And that's something that isn't really, especially pre-patch Ike, that's not really something Ike can really admit to in Smash 4, where it's like half of Ike's moveset just kind of doesn't really synergize with the rest of it. Like, they all work. Like, all of Ike's tools are very good. They just don't come together to make a complete kit. He actually reminds me a lot of a character like Remy in Third Strike, which nobody will get that comparison, but because I can't imagine anyone who plays Smash Bros. Also plays Third Strike besides the people that I know also play Third Strike. Shout out to the Third Strike people actually watching this video if you do. But Ike, to me, Ike in Smash 4, to me, is like, this character is great. He works perfectly in a completely different game engine. In this one, his kit doesn't come together to make something that good. And that, I mean, that's just kind of unfortunate. This game, however, it seems like grounded options are much more important. So Ike's F tilt and down tilt and up tilt and jab, which is, his grounded moves, are all going to be far more vital. Which is like those are some of his best tools in Smash 4. Like the down tilt in particular and up tilt, very, very, very good. I don't know if up tilt's hitbox got changed. Up tilt's hitbox in Smash 4 is like very big. But I don't know if it got changed in this game because I haven't seen it. Nobody has, really. But it does seem like pretty alright. But that's about it in terms of like Ike opinions. He does seem like he'll be very good. I feel like his weaknesses are a little bit too glaring in order to be like a super top tier character, but he does seem very, very strong. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much all I got to say about Ike and Bowser for that matter. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time.